judgmental, hypocritical people. No matter what they say or what words they use, actions reveal like the light of clarity in the darkness. Actions reveal all the words that are empty AF. If I could share anything with my contemporaries as wisdom that fundamentally will help you through any situation in your life, it is simply this. Remember, my friend, we are friends, aren't we? I mean, I have given you free of charge what weasels like Billy Carson and many other gurus have made millions, if not hundreds of millions, of their books and dogmatic teachings and ignorant parroting on these concepts that are lies. I've shared with you for free valuable truth and knowledge. So if I could impart with you a great fundamental treasure and weapon to navigate your own liberation from indoctrination, it is simply this. You always have a choice. Remember that. Your mind, as it is, the thoughts infected in your brain that many people don't even reflect to decipher if these thoughts are even authentically their own. You have a choice. That which is conscious, that which operates the human brain, the emotional body, the energetic body, the physical body, the consciousness itself, is like the middle point of your famous cross symbol. It is from the consciousness, the absolute 0 point, where you move your body, think your thoughts, feel your emotions, cultivate, generate, and use your energy. Consciousness is that point. The point where all dimensions that you are aware of cross. If you are awakened, if you have taken the journey to the self, if you are born, unborn again, beyond the self to the beginning, where consciousness first awakened, here and before here. If you take the throne of consciousness, if you challenge, bypass, and master the self, become the champion, the dragon, the Dreka, Borin, again, if that which is conscious usurps the naf, the ego, and takes back the steering wheel of consciousness, now you realize you always have a choice. Going out amongst these collective consciousnesses, mostly unconscious, mostly subconscious, hopefully 10 to 15% are awakened. I'm trying to get my fingers crossed, but it's not working. You always have a choice. Remember this. When dealing with these people, they don't even know that most of their thoughts are not even their own. Hurt people hurt people. Many of these people have learned to normalize toxic behavior, hence why simple old AF ideas like treat people how you want to be treated are not really something you normally see amongst your contemporaries. Not as normal as it should be for how old, easy, and genius it actually is. Don't take it personal. I'm going to use the word bully for an example, but I'm not just talking about children physically pushing other children around. I'm going to talk about bully in the spirit of what it is. Somebody who finds joy in hurting others, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, energetic, consciously. Remember that you have a choice, meaning you don't have to reciprocate if you don't want to. And you can if you do want to. You don't have to escalate if you don't want to. You can if you want to. But from my experience, unless it is a life or death situation, reciprocating and then escalating usually ends in self-sabotage and some form of archonic influence. And really, if we go back to before we even made this decision, the acknowledgement of why your ego would take the wheel of consciousness and feel the need to reciprocate in a situation when facing some type of negative, toxic, bully-like energy. I'm just going to say to you and to myself, unless, again, my creed, it is why almost everybody who comes into contact with me or briefly gets to know me or my energy mistakens my kindness for weakness is because unless it is a life or death situation, honestly, I don't think reciprocation and then escalation is actually worth it to you. Bullies are everywhere. Ignorant people are everywhere. Unconscious. They don't even know what they're doing. They give you these unsolicited opinions that aren't even actually their own thoughts. It's indoctrination, parroting through their mind, unconsciously. They're super hypocritical, narcissistic, and judgmental. Even if their words, poetically, beautifully, just self-proclaim themselves as these enlightened, spiritually high-vibing people. What they do, if you watch, how they behave, the choices they make, reveal what they are hiding under the false light, the false mask. You have a choice. You don't have to reciprocate if you don't want to. You don't have to meet them on their level. If your life is not faced with death and you are not ruled by your ego, you can just choose indifference towards ignorant people's actions and opinions